And now to Oyo State, where stakeholders have called for more community-based sensitization and engagement to curb the increasing rate of gender-based violence in the country. This was the focus of the Stakeholders Forum held in Ibadan, where participants highlighted the urgent need for more initiatives to prevent and respond to gender-based violence. And Olaide Oyewole reports.
On the 28th of April 2023, policemen attached to Obalende Division apprehended one Ifasoji Anyogbeson, who has been wanted over a case of ritual killing.
Gender-based violence is a widespread problem in Nigeria, with women and girls being particularly vulnerable to various forms of violence, including domestic violence, sexual harassment, rape, and female genital mutilation. At this forum, stakeholders harped on the need to strengthen access to community-based psychosocial support for survivors of violence against women and girls in the society.
So this project is actually supposed to help us to connect people to the kind of service that they require. The kind of service that they require that would help them not to, maybe lose their minds is the word, but that would help them to overcome the trauma and walk through the situations.
For gender-based violence, we can only win with prevention rather than rehabilitation. So we need to all work out and prevent it in every way we can with adequate information, with correct information.
According to reports, religious and traditional beliefs contribute more to the menace, as the leaders were urged to leverage on the influence and cultural authority to promote gender equality as well as challenge harmful social norms and practices.
Very simple. It is a perception of the power structure. That means if you think you're strong enough to hit at somebody, then you would hit at them. If they're able to resist, you would at least consider the risk to you before you lash out. What I want to say is that religious leaders should begin to treat people as equal. Equity should become the hallmark of our nation.
We constantly need to let them know how these things go and let them know that the messages that they pass across to their congregation, the messages they pass across to their community members needs to change. We cannot constantly focus on victims alone or survivors alone. We need to see how can we make sure that punishment comes to perpetrators too.
It is expected that participants at the event will put into practice the stakeholders' recommendations for more effective and sustainable intervention to curb GBV in Nigeria. Olaide Oyewole, TVC News, Ibadan.